Remember that flip project we were talking about? This place looks alright.
Well mate, I am sweating buckets, but it's been a very productive morning. So all the bars of the windows are now off. I've filled up the skip bin 1/3 with most of the rubbish, and I've actually gutted the kitchen as well. So the next thing to do is to take out the remaining rubbish of the kitchen, then get stuck into the bathroom a little bit and roll up the carpets and fill up that skip bin. There's going to be some more rubbish around the yard and things like that, but that should be the bulk of it over the next couple of days and the next couple of weeks. And hopefully we can get the plaster out in the next week or so, because that will really help progress the renovation along. So I'm going to head down to the shops, grab some food, and then come back and get stuck in for a few more hours. Then we might call it a day. Let's go.
No.
So we have decided to get rid of this. We're going to build it back into a pantry. So you can see tunnel back down to the garage, which really does feel like a tunnel. It's not to code, so we're just going to get rid of that. And then we're going to check whether we need to do something with this beam here, whether we can get rid of these here. So we're hopefully going to be able to clear this out so we can open up the space between the kitchen and the living area. As you can see, the room is looking a lot better without the carpets. It's actually already starting to transform. So hopefully we can get rid of this post and rid of all these as well, and this base layer, and then just have this mid wall here between the two rooms. So let's see. So that's a wrap for today. I'm heading home. Dad's gonna stay here for a few more hours just to crack some more work on. But we got heaps done. A lot of the demo finished today. Kitchen's almost fully demoed. And now it's just onto those small bits and pieces which can be a pain, I should say. So pulling out nails, touching up areas, ready to be painted. And that all takes time. The prep probably takes 3 times as long as the actual painting these days. So the next couple of videos, we're gonna be doing some prep. As you can see, we knocked out the beam today, which was really exciting, to open up the spaces between the two rooms with no issues. And we climbed into the roof cavity to check that. So really happy with the progress we're making, and yeah, can't wait to see what this house becomes in due course. We're getting there, one step at a time. See you in the next clip.
No. The flip is progressing, so time to head out. We're off to see what the plasters have been up to at the property. So they've been stuck in, and they've actually convinced me to do both the walls and the ceilings because they think it's so bad. So we're gonna check out their work. I'm gonna remove the toilet today, and then it's just on to some other bits and pieces. So as far as renovation goes, definitely can't complain. Pretty happy with the progress so far. It's a bit of a shame we've got to spend about 15, 16 grand on the plastering. But I think the property needs it because otherwise it would look pretty tatty, and it's horsehair and masonite sheets, so they're not the easiest to patch or repair. So we're going to see if we can improve the property even though we're spending that extra money. I think we're going to get the money back as in our return on investment. So let's get moving. Now I need your honest opinion as to what you think of the...
My honest opinion?
Yeah.
Or even just coming up the stairs, having all... I haven't looked beyond here, having all the curtains gone.
All the metal bars gone?
All the metal bars gone. It opens it up so much. Like this space actually feels usable now.
One of the selling agents was saying that they reckon we should do bifolds here but it's probably going to be too expensive.
Bifolds.
Yeah, to open it up completely, but it's so expensive.
The French doors sit flat though. Like
Yeah.
they don't take up space.
All right.
Bifolds would sit out like this.
You want to come have a look?
Yeah, let's have a look.
You can go first.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
I didn't expect this much of a blank canvas.
Yeah, it's very different to when we saw it with her stuff in it.
Yesterday we said that taking this out was potentially structural, and so I was going to put some bolts in up on the beams in the rafters and the roof. But I can see that when I go and take this to the end, that there's a gap, and same at this end, and therefore it demonstrates that we've actually got a structural beam up here.
Awesome. So this is the master bedroom. They've sheeted this wall on the end here where the blue is, but they haven't sheeted this pink wall here. And so it's probably a bit hard to tell on camera, but these walls are in not the greatest condition. And what they're doing is sheeting over the top. The great thing about that is because they can sheet over the top, it's quicker for them. It's quicker for us. We don't have to pull down all the current sheets. And it actually helps with insulation. So we've got masonite sheets and horsehair in most of the rooms. So it's not a big deal to actually sheet straight over the top. The other big update for you guys is this wall here. So we're really excited to see this space open up and how it's going to look staged, because it feels so much bigger in here. And so you really have much better connection between the living and the dining space and leading out onto the front deck.
Now, what did we learn from today? I think I learned that renovating is not easy, and my body definitely has limitations. My legs are killing me. I injured my quad the other week. My soccer coach probably doesn't even believe me. So my body's struggling a little bit, and so is my mind at this point. You've heard the old adage that the block makes it look too easy. Well, I don't think it actually looks that easy, but they don't show a lot of the renovations. And part of the renovations today, we're dealing with the trades, looking to find the right materials. Bunnings is out of stock of a heap of things. Now, Emily and I like using Bunnings because it's easy to keep track of our receipts. It's easy to get to a Bunnings somewhere at some point, but we were just struggling to even get the list together today. So we probably spent a few hours just working out what materials we needed for what job. So we bought the bulk of our materials for the bathroom and to finish all the trims throughout the house. So we bought a new nail gun, we bought all the trims for the entire house. I've got a drop saw which I can bring from home, so we can finish off all the trims. And then we bought all the stuff for the bathroom as well. So we picked the tiles at Bunnings. We bought pre-mixed adhesive. We've mixed the adhesive for the tiles and the grout in the past, but given this project's timeline and us learning on our previous projects, sometimes time is money. And you know, spending that extra 20 minutes and a half hour plus your energy to actually put a mix together just isn't worth it for us at some points in time. So we bought the pre-mixed mastic, bought the pre-mixed grout, and we also bought the materials to resurface the bathtub and repaint the tiles around the shower. So now we've placed an order for all those Bunnings materials. It's starting to add up in terms of our cost, but it's all part of doing the renovations. You're seeing the money go out, go out, go out, and then hopefully at the end, once we make the sale, you see a big amount of money come back in, settle all the loans and debts and finances, and come out with a profit at the end. Em and I were chatting while we were out there on site today, and I was saying how I feel like we're behind, but it's just that sometimes renovations progress slowly. If you look at the big picture and look at where we sit in terms of the timeline of the renovations a few weeks in, then we're actually tracking quite well to be up to the stage we are. And even though we had to pay extra money for those plasterers, the quality of workmanship, the speed at which they can do the work definitely saves us time, effort and money. So I think that is going to pay off in terms of return on investment. Now the main things for me going forward is to manage my body and manage my energy levels to make sure I can consistently get out there and renovate the home in our spare time, because it's something that you need to chip away at regularly. Renovating is actually quite simple when you boil it down to the individual task. I need to pull this nail off, that's my next specific task. Or I need to clean this room, or I need to sand these floors or sand these windows. When you break it down to a task by task, generally renovating isn't very complicated. Even the plumbing and the waterproofing and the tiling, it's all not that complicated. It's one tile at a time, it's one wall at a time, but it can be quite detrimental to your mindset when you see this entire renovation going on and you've got an entire house to finish, but you need to boil it down to your very next task. What product do I need to actually finish this next task? Do I need to make an order from Bunnings or whoever my supplier is? And plan out your progress so that your renovation doesn't stall. I think our biggest advantage is this is not our first renovation. We've done several before this. When we've been doing our renovations, we've been progressively getting more and more difficult in terms of the tasks we've been taking on. So for this project, to put in a new IKEA kitchen, to update the bathroom, to sand the floors, to paint the walls, it's all within our wheelhouse. Now, I'm sure our raise and build project in the next 6 to 12 to 24 months is going to challenge us even further, but I think it's a bit easier to put the effort in when it's your own home and you're trying to make it a place that you're going to use all the time. Whereas just being a flip project, it's more about the numbers, it's more about producing the right product for the right price and then getting it to market. And so your heart's not as in the project as it would be if it was your own home. Look, about 85 to 90% of the time we're really enjoying renovating, and you are going to have days where you're tired and you don't want to go out to site. One tip I would give you if you are looking at doing renovations is start early. There's a reason tradies start at 7, 8 a.m. in the morning and knock off around 2:33 in the afternoon. It's because you want to get stuck in, and the day goes by so quickly if you don't get out there early. If you're starting at 11 a.m. and the day's getting hotter and time's flying by, or you don't want to be there late in the afternoon, there's nothing worse than renovating at 5 or 6 o'clock at night. Unless you've gone and had dinner and you're going out there to do a few hours in the evening. We didn't mind that. But generally, as a rule of thumb, try and get into those tradie hours if you're looking to do some renovations, because you're more motivated, you've got more willpower in the morning, so get stuck in and get on with it. I'm aware that we're taking a fairly big risk here, buying a house in the market that we're in and looking to renovate, but it's something that we haven't done before. So documenting this journey, seeing how we go on the flip project and making the most of the times we've got and enjoying the process is all part of this journey. Also, if you could like this video and all our videos, that really helps us out. We're trying to grow this YouTube channel. We put tens of hours into every video that goes out in terms of the renovation series. So much time filming, editing, capturing this content and putting it together so it's entertaining for you guys. So if you could drop a like, leave a comment down below, and yeah, just watch more videos. I hope you've been enjoying following the series so far. Click this video over here if you want to see the entire playlist. I'll see you later. Peace.